All right, there are a lot of misconceptions in terms of what it means to be an engineer and what it means to actually be in the industry. So in this video, I'm going to break down some potentially harsh truths about what it actually means. So the first thing I wanted to highlight is you don't necessarily learn everything in school. School is a mechanism to understand how to absorb information as an engineer. There's a concept called neuroplasticity, and it's the way your brain develops as you're exposed to certain environments. And school in particular is designed to give you the neuroplasticity to absorb the kinds of information that you would typically absorb as a working engineer. That being said, it doesn't teach you everything. School's not going to teach you about what it is to talk to a supplier or impose requirements on them, or write statements of work, or defend your design, and maybe even lead a design review. These are all things that you pick up as skills in your career or elsewhere. Now, the second point here is that you are judged on how you think. It's one thing to design something, but it's another thing to be able to talk about it and give your stakeholders confidence that you did the right thing. And many times, if you're early in your career as an engineer, you're not necessarily the decision-making authority. You need to be able to go into these things like engineering review board meetings, and you need to be able to show your audience and show the chief engineer that what you are presenting is correct and accurate and does translate to the bigger picture. So the next point here is that you need to get used to thinking in systems. Silo thinking is one of the quickest ways that you can get yourself stuck in a spot as an engineer. If you can think in systems and you can think about the broader picture, what are you actually designing? Where does your subsystem fit? What are these interfaces? Can you own more of this subsystem and become the person that they go to talk about the interfaces to the bigger picture? By being that person, by being that owner of this subsystem in a larger system, you're going to find yourself being naturally invited to more design reviews or review board meetings or even program management meetings. Systems thinking is one of the most critical ways that you can grow as an engineer. And lastly, growing in your career is actually a skill you can learn. There used to be a time where working hard was enough for growing in your career and making a big impression in the industry. These days, however, the market is a lot more competitive and there's just a lot more saturation. So learning to weave around that and learning to work it to your advantage, that is a career growth skill that you learn. Part of this involves learning how to develop your resume such that you can pitch yourself well. And another part of this is learning how to take authority as an engineer. And along with that, showcasing that you have the ability to lead. So take advantage of these points, apply them to your career. And if this is something you need help with, I had a program out called the Elite Engineer Blueprint. And you can apply now at the link below and work with me one-on-one. That's it for this video, guys. If you got something from this, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you'd like to see more.